Welcome to another episode of Terry's Notes, and today we're going to be looking at the January 2017 paper, question 1. Okay, so the first part of the question here, they said using a calculator or otherwise, calculate the exact value, and they gave us an expression here with some fractions. So whenever you have something like this, you can simply use the calculator and work it out, or you can, this is 3.5. This can be written as 3 multiplied by 2 plus 1, which is 7 over 2, multiplied by 1 and 2/3 can be written as 1 multiplied by 3 plus 2, that is 5 over 3, divided by 4 and 1/5 can be written as 4 5s are 20 plus 1, which is 21 over 5. Alright, so the top pair we can multiply it out and we will get 7 by 5 will give us 35 over 6 divided by 21 over 5. So that is the same as saying 35 over 6 divided by 21 over 5. Right? When we are dividing by a fraction, we need to change the division sign and invert this. So it will be 35 over 6 multiplied by 5 over 21. And this will give us, let's work that out. 35 over 6 multiplied by 5 over 21. And that will give us 25 over 18, and this can be written as 1 and 7/18. 1 and 7 over 18. Alright, now you could have simply worked this out on your calculator, so let me double check the answer there. So 3.5 multiplied by 1 and 2/3 divided by 4 and 1 over 5. Right, and I get the same answer, 1 and 7/18. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Now in this part here, now we have 5.47 minus the square root of 0.1014 divided by 1.5. So when you have to do something like this, you need to work out what is under the square root sign first. Alright, so 0.104, so you can use your calculator for this. 0.1014 divided by 1.5, that will give me 0.0676. So this is 5.47 minus, we find the square root of this, and we get 0.26. So therefore 5.47 minus 0.26, and that gives me 5.21. Alright, so once you have your calculator, you're going to be okay. Alright, so the next part of the question, we have some tickets being sold by a tour bus, and we have different categories of tickets and different prices. So we have juvenile, we have youth, and we have adult. So these are the different classifications for the tickets. And the table is telling us the number of tickets sold in each category. So 5 tickets are sold to juveniles, and the cost per ticket is P, and the total cost of those 5 tickets is $130.50. If we look at the youth category, we sold 14 tickets. The price per ticket is $44.35, and the total cost is Q. Right? So they give us some things that are missing in the table, and we need to work it out. So the first one, they said calculate the value of P. What is P? So P is the cost per ticket for a juvenile person, right? The juvenile category. So they're asking us to find this value here. We know that we sold 5 tickets and the total cost was $130.50, right? So therefore, the price per ticket, P, is equal to $130.50 divided by the number of tickets we sold, which was 5. So that will give us 130.5 divided by 5, and that gives me 26.1, right? So P is dollars, right? So it's cost per ticket, so it'll be $26.10. So that is the value of P. Now let's look at the value of Q. So we know that for the category youth, we sold 14 tickets and the cost per ticket is $44.35. What is the total cost? Now the total cost will simply be how many tickets we sold, which was 14, multiplied by the price of one ticket, which is $44.35. Right? So this will be 14 multiplied by 44.35, and that gives me $620.90. Right? Let me just double check that. 14 multiplied by 44.35. Right? So $620.90. Now they also told us that an adult ticket is twice the cost of a youth ticket. So the price of a youth ticket is this, $44.35. So therefore the price of an adult ticket will be 2 multiplied by 44.35, right, which will give us 2 multiplied by 44.35, 88.70. So this is 8870, right? So you need to work out the cost per ticket for an adult first, using this information. So it's twice the cost of a youth ticket, and you want to get the value of R. So R is the number of tickets sold. So therefore, to get the number of tickets sold, it will be the total cost, which is $2,483.60. So it's 2483.60 divided by the cost per adult ticket, which is $88.70, and that will give us, let's see, 2483.6 divided by 88.7, and that gives us 28 tickets, 28 adult tickets, right? So R is equal to 28. So the last part of the question, they ask us, the bus company pays a tax. So you have a tax of 15 cents on each ticket that was sold, right? So let me just get back some information here. So P was 26.10. So P was 26.10, and Q was 620.90. 620.90, and this was 88.70, and R was 28 tickets. So R is 28 tickets. All right, so we want to calculate the amount of taxes paid now. Now, how to interpret this? Every ticket that you sell, you pay 15% in tax. So therefore, if I sell a juvenile ticket, right, the amount of tax that we're going to pay for a juvenile ticket will be 26.10 multiply 15% is 0.15. 0.15, right? So that will give us 26.10 multiplied by 0.15. So for every ticket that we sell, the tax that we have to pay will be 3.9. Well, we're dealing in dollars here, so you can round up, but this is not the final answer, so I will leave it as 3.915 for now. For the youth, the amount of tax we will have to pay is 44.35 multiplied by 0.15, which is equal to 44.35 multiplied by 0.15. That gives me 6.6. You know what? Let me just round it up to two decimal places, right, to make our lives easier. So $3, and let me round this up to $3.92. All right, and for the adult, the tax will be 88.70 multiplied by 0.15. All right, and that will give us 88.7 multiplied by 0.15. That's $13.31. So what we've just worked out there is the tax on each ticket that we are going to sell for each of the different categories. So the question asks the taxes paid by the boss. All right. So if we go back to here, juvenile. So the amount of tax in juvenile tickets would be, we just worked it out as $3.92. So it'll be 3.92 multiplied by how many tickets did we sell? We sold 5. For the youth, the tax was $6.65. We have to multiply by 14 tickets. For the adult, tax is 13.31 multiplied by 28 tickets. Right? So for juvenile, it'll be 3.92 multiplied by 5, and that'll give me 1960. So 19.60. For the mute, it'll be 6.65 multiplied by 14 tickets, which is $93.10. And for the adult, it'll be 13.31 multiplied by 28 tickets, which will give me $372.68. So therefore, the total amount of taxes that the bus company will have to pay will be 1960. Plus 9310 plus 372.68 equal to $485.38. Okay, so that is question 1.